Barholm Old Hall was an offshoot of Crowland Abbey. The monks used to walk across to here, stay overnight and then go back up on the river, because in those days the roads were impassable during the winter. There were several monks living here. That's why there's a Dovecote, because it was about the only way they could get fresh meat, by eating the squabs.
The Dovecote, according to the listed building description, was built circa 17th century, built of local materials. There's a high status building attached to the Old Hall. Has around about 1,500 nest boxes, which is quite unusual, and incredibly good order.
We noticed that the wall was bowing. Water had been running down off the roof. There was no guttering on it, and with the southwest wind blowing it back into the wall, then if it froze, it blew the face off the stone about halfway up the side.
As a preventative measure to stop it falling down, they'd put stone-filled gabions, big cages full of stone, against the length of the wall to stop it pulling out.
You could actually put your hand right the way through the wall and into the inside of the Dovecote. So it definitely needed something doing with it before the whole lot descended into the garden.
We met up with the Historic England surveyor, who wondered whether we could use earth mortars for the rebuilding of the stone wall. The use of mud mortar has been known about for long enough, but repairing like for like, to my knowledge, has never really been taken place. There's always been the lack of knowledge and confidence in the material. So this probably was the first time where they took the bull by the horns and said, OK, let's have a look and see whether we can do it or not. After that, it was a matter of taking samples out of the walls, analysing them. We started to understand the makeup of the material, and we started developing it from there. The search for soil was a little hit and miss. We had about 6 or 7 test pits. None of them actually produced the material that we were looking for. Thankfully, in the field quite close to the Dovecote, we found soil which was almost identical to the soil that had been used in the Dovecote. And so it was a matter of experimentation after that, to make it workable for the stonemasons. And that was the key, to make it a mortar which they were familiar with an ancient material which they were not familiar with. We were given a wonderful opportunity to make this experiment work, and thankfully it has. Because there's no reason why other projects built with mud mortar shouldn't actually be repaired with the same material.
It is a great improvement on what it was. Some people say I make a great wine cellar, but my pocket isn't that deep enough to fill it.